So, what happens when you take two conflicting concepts and morph them into a music genre? Well, apparently, HICK-HOP. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bizarre Music Reviews, where I analyze and critique some of the weirdest songs on Earth, good or bad, and give it the ratings it deserves. Now, without further ado, let's get weird. It's no surprise that fans of country and hip-hop adore and respect one another like Fox News and CNN. Ask any fan of either genre of music their opinion on the other, and you'll usually hear the same statements regurgitated over and over again. Man, country f***ing sucks, bro.
Dude, hip-hop is f***ing garbage, I'll tell you what.
All they ever sing about is shotgunning beers and hanging around chicks while driving their Fords.
All they ever talk about is doing drugs and hanging around women while driving their expensive cars.
It's the same shit over and over again. Now, as a fan of both genres, well, actually all forms of music, I can tell you that both of these fans are f***ing morons. All their arguments boil down to the pot calling the kettle black, as long as the country fan isn't the pot, because that would be kind of racist. The truth is, whether they want to admit it or not, country and rap are more similar to each other than some realize. In fact, a small portion of Americans have realized their similarities and used it to their advantage. And the Homegrown family happens to be those people. Homegrown Family is a YouTube channel with over 5,600 subscribers and over 780,000 channel views, and according to their About page, their mission is to, quote, teach the world of meaning of keep it homegrown. Now, with only more than 5,006 subscribers, I know what you're thinking. How in the world could they have gotten that many views? Well, it's because this channel made a pretty popular hip-hop song, and that song's name is...
YEE YEE!
YEE YEE, as mentioned before, is a popular hip-hop song that was released on the 5th of June in 2016. Since its release, it has garnered over 730,000 views, which is about 93% of this channel's overall views. As far as reception goes, it seems to be well received, with a 90% positive rating according to the like-dislike ratio. With that being said, is it really as good as the ratings show? Well, let's find out. In this series, I rate music based on three aspects: the instrumental, the lyrics, and the vocals. These aspects are then rated with a thumb system. A thumbs up indicates a positive reception with little to no criticism. A thumbs middle indicates a mixed reception with a considerate amount of criticism. Finally, a thumbs down indicates a negative reception with copious amounts of criticism. But enough of that mumbo jumbo. Get your Bud Light and your grills ready, because we're about to
keep it homegrown.
YEE YEE!
Almost immediately, the instrumental bursts in like a drunken husband through the front door after a hard day at the office. You have a hard-hitting beat with a trance-inducing bell melody, a simplistic drum pattern, and 808s that aren't too heavy or distorted, accompanied by a group of people going, "Yee yee!" While yee yee is mostly a southern thing, as an ad-lib it seems to work pretty well. It gives the song energy and is likely to get stuck in your head even longer than you think it's going to. In fact, if you were to play this song at an urban setting, more like, you know, a party or whatever, it's likely that the people there would not notice anything unusual. At least until the guy starts rapping.
Say what I want, say what I think, drive this truck cause I ain't got a tank.
Like most rap songs nowadays, the lyrics aren't anything spectacular. They're simplistic and straightforward. They're just a bunch of country people doing country things, you know, drinking beers, smoking, driving trucks, and grilling, you know, those shenanigans. Almost immediately, however, I began to notice a problem with this song. They keep repeating their bars. The pattern essentially goes like this. The man, named Bobby Lee, raps his two lines followed by the woman, named Shoddy V, rapping her two bars, and then it repeats those same bars in the same order, but this time it's ran through a filter.
Blaze it up and pass it by, cause now I'm rocking Chinese eyes.
I roll up that sticky, icky, relax, as my mind blows.
Blaze it up and pass it by, cause now I'm rocking Chinese eyes.
I roll up that sticky, icky, relax, as my mind blows.
I wouldn't mind the simple lyrics if they actually wrote more than 2 bars for each time they alternated, but sadly that just isn't the case. The only time it actually works, though, is during this verse.
I smoke kush and I smoke purple, I move slow-mo like a turtle.
I move slow-mo like a turtle when I smoke kush and I smoke purple.
I smoke kush and I smoke purple, I move slow-mo like a turtle.
I move slow-mo like a turtle when I cushion, I smoke purple.
That time, it actually kind of worked out a bit, and oddly enough, it's one of my favorite parts of the song. It's super catchy, and I know it's a bit, repetitive, just like I criticized it for earlier, but those lyrics actually worked well when they were repeated. It gives it much more emphasis and something to kind of groove out with while you're still waiting for the rest of the song to continue. As far as their vocals go, I would say that it's sufficient for this song. Bobby Lee raps with a heavy southern accent with an odd combination of relaxation and aggressiveness. In contrast, Shotty V is much louder and raps in a nonchalant, carefree tone that surprisingly works well for this song. Going back to the instrumental, while the beat itself is very constant, it will change up every now and then by adding eighth note hi-hats and a simple guitar melody that you have to listen carefully for. I actually like this change because it gives the beat more life and aggression to it. My only complaint with the instrumental is the alternating snares and claps. It would have been better if they stuck with the snare instead of throwing in the claps, as the snare sounds stronger, snappier, and matches better with the tone of the song. But just as you thought things couldn't get better, the duo calls shotgun for the ride-along.
Yeah. I like them southern bells and them Daisy Dukes that shake them hips and raise some hell.
The change-up works well for this song. Not only does it find its way to connect itself back to the instrumental, and not only does it do a good job of reminding the listeners what they're in for, but it also works well to introduce Shotgun Shane, the next rapper in this song. It makes his appearance feel significant and lets the listeners know that the song has only just begun. This happens to be my other favorite part of the song. Unfortunately, Shane falls into the same cycle as his contemporaries, as he follows the same rapping pattern as them. 2 bars before alternating between either Bobby Lee or Shotty V, followed by those same bars being repeated through a filter. His delivery, though, like his beers, are chill and actually complement the vocals of Shotty V while also proving to be the perfect contrast to Bobby Lee's aggressive delivery. Now that we've listened, let's give Yee Yee the bizarre rating. The instrumental gets a thumbs up for me. While the beat is very constant and repetitive and has alternating claps and snares that are somewhat jarring, it fits the tone well for this song. It's not overly composed and works well enough for the rappers to be the main focus of the song. I also like the addition of the eighth note hi-hats as well as the guitar melody that gets added in every now and then to boost the song's energy and aggression. The lyrics, however, get a thumbs middle. The concepts introduced in the song are basic and straightforward and serve their purpose, and while the repetition of certain bars helped out occasionally, the I smoke cushion, I smoke purple, I move slow-mo like a turtle, ultimately it ended up hurting the song quite a bit. Still, this isn't enough to make the song unlistenable and can be tolerated so long as you don't look into the lyrics too deeply. Finally, the vocals get a thumbs up. The distinct deliveries between all 3 rappers give the song variety and fit well with the song. Each rapper brought in different attitudes that are surprisingly compatible with one another. While their swingy flows were somewhat similar to each other and got old pretty fast, it wasn't a huge issue as they complemented the beat itself. Overall, Yee Yee gets the first BMR thumbs up. It's a fairly good song that will definitely turn some heads because of the weird country hip-hop mix that no one ever thought could work together, and maybe even get some fans on board. Well, that's it for Bizarre Music Reviews. If you enjoyed the video or agreed with my review, consider hitting the like button. If you didn't enjoy it or you disagree, hit the dislike button and let me know in the comments what you don't agree with. If you want more reviews on bizarre music, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Lastly, don't forget to comment down below what song you think I should review next. I'm MKNerd, and I'll see you weirdos later.